Okay. Alright, well, like the poster says, yeah, find a place. This is from the shamans of ancient Mexico. It's not yoga, it's not martial arts, but you could say it's got similar effects. And in fact, in my journey, I was getting surges of energy in my early intense yoga practice, and the yoga didn't explain it, right? And when I discovered this material, which is the last book of about a dozen, it does explain it. What it's doing is redeploying energy into the vital organs, right? Because that's where you need it. It's based on the assumption that there's an energetic sphere around each of us. They call it the luminous egg, right? It could be similar to what we term the aura, right? And when you have a sedentary lifestyle, or you have worry in your life, you lose the energy and it gets stuck on the outside, right? But it's useless out there. And the practice is what it does, it breaks up that crystallized energy and brings it back into the body where you need it. Right? And what the shamans noticed was that they would generate incredible states of well-being and health out of this practice. It's not something they invented, they discovered the states of well-being. And, you know, they became a very strong part of their practice. Yeah. And there is the lineage goes back maybe 10,000 or more years, and there is what they call the old seers and the new seers. The old seers used to do it for personal power, self-gratification, or power over others. The new seers, the modern age, are doing it more as a practical means of redeploying energy, and also a service to spirit. Right? So you do get more powerful. You can see through illusions. You can be a much more productive being as part of the human family, and you don't necessarily do things out of self-gain. You're doing it as a service to the spirit. And then another workshop that I've done is dealing with tyrants. Right? There's plenty of tyrants in this planet, okay? And what the shamans say is, if you don't have a petty tyrant in your life, go out and find one. Because spirit requires people that have got the energetic know-how to bring those people down. Right? And you know, I'm talking from experience. I'm not just talking from the books. All right. So what I'd like to do today, I've run it. This is the third day I'm running it, and I'm going to put less theory into it and a little bit more practice, so we can try and get through the entire series. It's one series that we're working with. It's called the Series for Preparing Intent. Now, do you know what the importance of intent? Right? Do you know what intent does for you? It's a little bit like goal setting, right? Purpose. If you don't have an intent...
Purpose?
Purpose, so you could align it with purpose as well. You know, like there might have been 20 people intending to come today, and we've got about 10 instead, right? So maybe their clarity of intent is not there, or something like that. Yeah. So, all right, well, if you want to do the practice, let's stand up. Try coming a little bit closer so we're not so far away. Okay, so what we'd start with, I'll get rid of this. One other thing I'll mention, it's also about quietening the mind. What it does is shuts down the internal dialogue, because we're saturating the body and mind with, you know, more or less information. The mind naturally goes quiet. Right? So it's an alternative way to meditate. You know, when you're doing sitting meditation, trying to tell the mind to shut up, that can be pretty hard. Right?
Is it better to do it with your shoes off?
Sorry?
Is it better to do it with your shoes off?
You
or
can
does it
make
matter?
a choice.
Yeah, okay.
Some people do it with the shoes, some people do it without. Come on in, come on. Find a spot. Front or back?
Is this magical passes?
Yes, it sure is. Yeah, you've missed some of the theory, but that's okay. You'll get the idea. We're just talking about shutting down the internal dialogue, and when you think about it, there's something in your mind. You're always talking to yourself, right? And that inner voice is actually manufacturing the illusion, which we call reality, but it's not real, right? And in the talk I'll be giving tomorrow in the Owen's hut, it's the first aid hut close to the entrance, I'll be touching on the physics of metaphysics, if you can understand what that means, right? And it shows you how, what the masters have been telling us for thousands of years. This is all an illusion. Well, because of my physics background and my connection with metaphysics, I've come up with the formula, which seems to work. Well, it works for me. Let's see if it works for you too. Right, so that'll be in the talk tomorrow. And I've also got workshops happening in late January, which go much deeper than what we're going to do today. Okay, so first of all, we stretch the palms and we tuck the thumbs in like that. And when you do that, you'll notice that the whole arm becomes solid. It's equivalent to making a fist, okay? And that's turning, well, the arm on, right? And as well as that, we inhale and exhale in this stance. I'm standing like this, I'm bending ankles, knees, hips. And what that does, when you bend the joint, right, the muscles here and here and here and here all activate. And by bending forward, you're also activating here and here. Right? And so they call that turning the body on. So you could say in yoga terms, your awareness is throughout when you do that. Right? So you're connecting through your nervous system into your whole body being. Right? So that's where it starts. Inhale and exhale. You're ready for action. Okay, and it starts with, we lift the left hand and the heels, and then you drop the heels to the right. Like that. So some went to the left and some went to the right. Okay. Now, inhale, swap heels and palms. Alright, so inhale and exhale down. Alright, so we just do it nice and slow so we can get used to it. And there's also breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And stop. Right? That movement gives you a surge of energy. If you've got to run off somewhere, you're getting a surge of energy, and it's loosening up the ankles, the knees, the hips, and all that. And the mistake that nearly everyone makes when they first do this is they go like this. Okay? I hope you didn't see me do that. Right? Okay. So watch what happens to my head and my shoulders as I'm doing this. What's happening to the head and the shoulders?
It's not moving.
Yeah.
It's not moving, that's right.
Yeah.
So you keep facing. Usually we do this in a circle,
Yeah.
and everybody looks at the hat. Okay? Alright, so let's try it again. And this time the shoulders should not move. Even the head doesn't have to move. Right? It doesn't have to go up and down or side to side. And that means all the work is focused on the body and downwards. Inhale, exhale. Left hand goes up, heels go to the right. That's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Stop.